So there's one last thing that this material needs, which is an actual specular reflection. When I look at it at an angle versus where the sun is, it doesn't get any brighter than any other angle. So let's open this up. Now I'm going to make a little bit more room still. Now I could do before, like we did in the earlier examples, where we hook up diffuse and a specular intensity control and plug that into specular. So you can see it's getting a bit of a reflection, and of course we can set up a specular power. Maybe make that a little bit sharper. So we know the default is mid-teens. Let's try like 30, see what that looks like. It's maybe a little bit better. But the problem is, the reflection is turning this bluish-green color, which doesn't quite feel right. This is kind of like a waxed tile floor, so the reflection should be a whitish color. So we can do one of two things. Either we can pick just a single channel from here, like if I pick the red channel, or any of these. Each channel, as we saw before when we plugged them into emissive, each channel looks a little bit different, so we're going to get a little bit different reflection. So maybe that looks good, but maybe we want a little bit of color in it. So let's bring in one of those desaturate nodes from the color group up at the top. We'll use the full RGB from the diffuse texture. And maybe we don't want to desaturate 100%, maybe 0.8, 0.7. Just get a little bit of color in there, but not that fully saturated green color we had before. And I'm going to crank the intensity just a little bit more. Alright. Also notice, I've kind of been doing this all along, but whenever I tune a number, I tend to double it or cut it in half. I wouldn't go to like 4.5 and then 5 and then 5.5. The changes are just too small, especially with lighting. It's much better to double it or go even greater than that, and then you can always scale back from there. You get to your target much easier that way and much more quickly than if you go incrementally. So let's apply the changes and see what that looks like in the world. Alright, now we've got a nice bright reflection off of the sun.